Hey guys, Tommy Bryson here. So I decided to reach out to you guys one-on-one and have a conversation on exactly what you want to talk about. So how I'm doing is basically once a week, usually on Instagram at Tommy Bryson, follow me there. I'll post a story saying, hey, reply to this with your phone number and I'll call you directly, and this way we can get to talking. Okay, so today I'm going to call a few of you guys and see exactly what questions you guys actually have on your mind. And I'm going to try to help you as most as I possibly can. So let's get started here. If you're new here, subscribe. Also like this video. It helps a lot. And that way I'll keep making these videos because it basically tells me, hey, you like these videos, so I'll keep making them. Now let's get started here. Let's call the first person.
Hey, thank you. First off, how are you doing? How are you and the family doing?
I'm doing great, brother. What about yourself?
Doing well, doing well.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
The question I want to know is, recently, my employer, they have switched to a different retirement organization of Fidelity. Okay. And I was looking at all of the investments that I can possibly make within the for my retirement for my employer with Fidelity. Okay. And because we switched over from Vanguard, where I was just a bit more comfortable with, I'm not sure which investments to actually invest in. And we do have a program that helps you with that through our company. Yeah. However, in my experience, they're very limited with like the information they can actually tell you. So I'm just a bit lost on what to actually invest in with this wild Fidelity.
All right. So question here, Ray. What investments were you making prior with Vanguard?
So with Vanguard, we had some ETFs, and they actually had kind of like an automated system where if you didn't pick anything, they would pick options for you. And I was just kind of getting more into actually what to pick, because I do have my M1 Finance Roth IRA, which I'm comfortable with because they give you more options, but I'm just confused on how to go about picking the most optimal options with Fidelity.
And by the way, are you maxing out currently your Roth IRA?
For this year, I haven't, but I plan to. Yes, the 6,000 this year, I do plan on.
Okay, and what's your employer's match right now? Like, how much do they give you, like, when you invest?
They only give 2%, but of course, like, I definitely want to get the employee match back, because that's the optimal thing that, you know, you and everyone talk about. So I'm definitely doing that, the 2% match. It's just that within I have a 403 Roth retirement plan. It's just picking the actual investments. So again, it'd be optimal, because I don't want to pick something. Of course, I know not to pick all stocks, for example, too risky, but and I don't see any index funds offered within the options they give you. So I was just a bit hesitant on what option to go in. Any resources to help me decide, like, okay, which one to pick, which one should I stay away from, etc.
Yeah. So usually what happens is this, right? Vanguard and Fidelity, they're both just brokerages, right? So whenever you hear about VOO or whatever option Fidelity actually has to that, it's usually just like the exact same thing, just different names for different brokers. So I do believe whatever offers you have, for example, with Vanguard, you should have it in Fidelity. What you have to do is, for example, look at your old portfolio that you have, for example, when you had Vanguard, and see exactly what you were investing into, and then go ahead and check the Fidelity, like basically what they're offering you now, and see exactly which ones match those goals that you had prior. But this should have it. As far as, for example, how much to invest into this, though, right?
Okay, so essentially, it's somewhat pretty much like the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just like a different sticker on it. You know what I mean? It's like a different brand. Either you got Coca-Cola or Pepsi. It's the same thing. Just make sure, like, just check the description.
Okay.
Check the investment.
Thank you. That was helpful. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And as far as, for example, when it comes to like investing, usually I recommend you want to max out your Roth IRA first, right? And then if you have money left over.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again? You cut out a little bit. I think.
Okay.
I think it might be weather messing with stuff.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. So usually you want to max out the Roth IRA first, the Roth you actually have with M1 Finance.
Okay.
So that's like around $500 every single month.
The phone's breaking up a bit, I think, because we're in the middle of this snow warning right now. But thank you. I definitely appreciate that info, and I'm gonna look into that sometime today.
All right, sounds good, brother. Thanks, Ray.
All right, have a great one.
You too. Bye bye. All right, guys, so that was Ray right there. And the big question is basically, well, I have an issue, right? The issue is my employer switched from Vanguard to Fidelity. But either way, when you have Fidelity or Vanguard, it doesn't really matter that much, okay? It's basically the same thing, just a different sticker on it. What you want to do is basically pick funds and investments that are very similar to the ones you had prior with Vanguard. On top of that, when you're worried about, for example, do I invest into my Roth IRA or into my employer match 2%? By the way, that's not that much money. But the answer is usually you want to go with your personal Roth IRA first, max it out. Any money left over, you grab that money and you invest it, for example, into the employer match. You get the max of it, and then whatever money's left over, you invest it into your normal taxable account. That's usually what I would do. Now, let's go ahead and take one more call from one of you guys. Okay, I'm having a lot of fun with this, okay? I am having a lot of fun. But by the way, there is a snowstorm right now in New York. So basically, there's a lot of friction trying to talk to people and so on with the connection. But let's call someone else.
Hello?
Hey, hello?
Hello, Braxton?
Yeah, how are you, bro?
Good, and yourself?
I'm doing good, bro. Is your name Wally?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, bro. So how can I help?
So, bro, I'm kind of in a tough, not a tough place, but like, I'm not sure where to go with my savings account. I have right now like HM banking, but their interest on my savings is not that much. So I was gonna ask you, do you have like any preference on like where to put my savings account in?
Okay, so how much money do you have?
In there about 5,000 ish.
5K. And do you have any debt?
Yeah.
How much do you have?
Maybe like about 12K, but it's for my car loan.
12K for your car loan. What type of car do you have?
Yep. A 2016 Corolla Sport.
Nice. How much do you pay in interest?
I forgot how much I pay in interest.
That's a great question. All right. So what are your monthly expenses? Do you know that?
My monthly payment?
Your monthly expenses overall.
Yeah, about...
It's okay if you don't know it. Just like
maybe about like 800, 700.
Wow. Your monthly expenses are $900. That's it, including
like
housing?
About 800. Yeah, because I pay my car note, my insurance, my house rent, and then other things add up too.
Okay. And what's your goal when it comes to like money, like financial freedom, all that stuff? Like, what's your goal exactly? Like, what do you want?
I just want to get rid of that loan.
Get rid of the loan, and then maybe build up passive income.
Yeah.
Awesome. So here's what I would usually recommend here, right? If you have, by the way, first question is this, right? Tommy, I have the savings accounts. I'm getting paid nothing. What do I do here? Where do I move money to? Is it like, for example, a high yield savings, Wealthfront, SoFi? Where do I go, right? Or Ally Bank? The answer is whatever they pay you is not going to pay you enough money to even beat inflation. So it's not going to make you rich or anything. So it doesn't really make a difference. So the biggest thing that's going to, can you hear me? All right. So the question is basically, by the way, I don't know what the heck is going on with my technical issues today, okay, guys? But the question is basically, Tommy, I have a savings account. It doesn't pay me enough money. What am I supposed to do here? The answer is it doesn't matter where you put your money in the savings. It's not going to pay you enough money to even go ahead and beat inflation. So the response here is if you have a car note, right, and your goal is to become financially free. By the way, the answer might be you might want to go ahead and sell the fancy car, right? Cut your losses, maybe grab some of the money you actually have and then buy a used car for cash. This way you start off fresh. But if the answer is, Tommy, I'm not doing that, I want to keep my fancy car, then the answer is basically, hey, you got to go ahead and set aside $1,000, right? Basically for your emergency fund, okay? Just like a partial emergency fund in case anything goes wrong here. And then you want to grab all the money you actually have and put it towards that car loan and pay it off as fast as possible. Now, the guy basically said, by the way, Wally here basically said, Tommy, I have very low expenses. The only thing I have is my car note. What can I do? The answer is you're in a very good situation because it means basically you have a lot of income coming in to go ahead and pay the car note. Now, once you're done with that, you want to fully build up your emergency fund, and then you want to start investing between 20 to 25% of your money into a Roth IRA, then your 401k with your company match, and then into your taxable account. But guys, that is about it for this video. We had a lot of technical issues here, but I had a lot of fun talking to two of you guys. And by the way, I might do more, I might not, but I have to figure out exactly what is going on here. But guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to be a part of this for the next time, go ahead and basically follow me on Instagram. When I DM you guys basically saying, hey, calls are coming in, you send me your number, and that way I can basically have you on the show also. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And if you guys like the video right here, guys, well, like this video. On top of that, also subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified. And if you want to text me or talk to me one-on-one, join my Patreon, link down below, or send me a DM on Instagram at Tommy Bryson. If you guys want to watch a full video, more videos on this channel, recommended ones, click this video right here and click my face right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.